Hey, greetings and salutations to you people of the interweb. So today we're going to be unboxing, having a quick first impressions, first attempt at transformation of this gal. This is Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee Arcee. So this is the Arcee that appeared in that first few moments of the Bumblebee movie, which is, to be honest with you, my favourite live action Transformers movie so far. Travis Knight did an absolutely amazing job. Some of the 3D artwork on the front, product shots on the back, big screen inspired scale detailed backdrop. She comes with Cybertronian falls, which, as we discussed before, is Cybertron falling, not like a pretty waterfall that's part of the Cybertronian landscape. Arcee loses contact with the capital as the Autobots are overwhelmed by Decepticon forces. There you go. So we can take this bit of cardboard out, but because now they're actually all cardboard, there's no plastic there, I can leave that in and just chuck it all straight in the recycling. What if you're into a backdrop? There you go. It's a backdrop. Then she comes with another backdrop that she's twisty tied into. So first of all, in these corners here, you don't forget the gums. I'm going to use brute strength here. Not brute strength. A tactical application of cardboard rippage to get these two little pistols out. They're very small. Oh, I don't think a couple of years ago you would have got away with having Transformer with weapons that small, because that's a bit of a choking hazard. I suppose smaller action figures do. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? What constitutes as a choking hazard and what doesn't. Keep it out of your mouths. That's the best way to do it. So here we go. This is her out of the package. Another super small deluxe that you know, could almost be a scout class of yesteryear. Some insane amount of detail though. Let's, so we can, the legs are flapping about a bit there, so not too. Well, you know, you can hold it by a leg and it's not coming to any harm there. You can put legs up. No, you shake it, they'll drop. The entire figure will fall apart. It'll explode. Okay. Right. Let's get back into robot mode. We're too early for this type of behaviour, Arcee. That kind of accordions into place. I presume these bits here that were sticking out in the packaging can fold in to be this backpack. So yeah, she's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like the pink and the white. It's very Arcee. When you've done this many Arcees, how can you know? Where do you go? They've got this. You know that the main helmet part of the head is very much an Arcee head, and the face is kind of that. Hey, we're still trying desperately to make these look like robots, but also be able to convey some kind of emotion. But it's robot emotion thing, not just like the human faces that you have in the cartoons. So we've got, I think it's the eyes being that they do it, isn't it? So here she is with another one from that scene. With Brawn, see Brawn is stockier, but still shorter. and another these deluxe class, and then another quite short deluxe, really, but stocky. So she is with Transformers, War for Cybertron. We're going to say Kingdom today. Earth mode, Sideswipe. So yeah, Sideswipe's much bigger now. But you know, that's the thing. That's it's the stylistic choices of why some of these figures are smaller than others, because they're in different scales. But it still sucks that this is such a small figure for the price point that it is. But you know, but I know that like all the live action movieverse figures tend to be kind of in a decent enough scale with each other, whereas if you look at all the Wolf Cybertron, like the G1-ish figures and the figures that are kind of being folded into G1, they're all on a similar scale, whereas the Beast Wars characters are, again, slightly different, but have a slightly different aesthetic and a different kind of amount of detail in them. She's got two pistols. They're very small, again. It's almost like, well, it's a very small figure. Should we give it a big gun? Nah, let's just give it a couple of small pistols as well, and have done with it. There's these size comparisons anyway, yeah. So there's your standard Marvel Legend figure with the hood. Yeah, you small girl. With your, oh, I did my throat in that. Your Masters of the Universe. I forgot what series this is. It's Fisto anyway. You know why Fisto's in this video. And crouching up to him on size wise is your standard classical scale G.I. Joe figure, the best accountant in the world, and Birdmaster Raptor. Get him in the classified series, please. Right. Head's on a ball joint. It's fine. Can look down, can look up a great amount, which she's going to need to do because she's so small. Get over it, Richard. So, nice rotation here at the waist. There's hinges back here in the body, but I think they're mainly... Oh, she can hinge back, but it looks like that starts to separate all the stuff that's going on in this back here. Nice universal at the shoulder. Give you a lot of rotation. Can't go all the way around because all that stuff. There's still one of the less egregious Arcee. Let's just throw that on. It's a backpack. Well, it's one of the less egregious Arcee backpacks we've seen, isn't it? But there again, you know, we've got free reign here. The bicep swivel. There's a double jointed elbow. And there is a hinge at the wrists. Ball joints at the hips. Got a good kick out and upwards and downwards, because they've just given a kind of a pelvis. They've not felt the need to craft a set of buttocks, which is refreshing for an Arcee figure, is it not? And there's a deep enough knee bend there. I would have liked for it to see it double jointed, but those are the breaks. The foot tilts here at the ankle. There's also some toy waggle. Well, it's all what toy waggle. So I presume you can also move that up. Any of you wish have roller derby Arcee. You can do. She won't be able to stand like that, but I say no. Maybe with a bit of practice and while you're not being on camera, you might be able to get those to stand on those. But that's quite cool. I like stuff like that. Guns out. Let's transform her. I'll have a brief look on the back of the box and see. Right, this is what we're trying to transform her into. Okay. Look how the perspective of that shot makes it look like it's going to be massive, but we can see that those are those wheels, and those wheels are tiny, man. All right. So we know from looking at that these are going to peg together. I might have been a bit presumptuous doing this so early. This entire bit was wanting to come on loose, so we might as well let it be loose. There's like an entire accordion going on here. Let's see. That hinges back. That hinges forward. I presume the head is going to go into there, like heads tend to. Do they? Is that where heads tend to go? There's some tabs on the chassis. There's some holes on the back of these calves. I think they might be made for each other. Or maybe not. What is these? I feel like these should all interconnect around here. Let's have a look. I think we're actually doing this the wrong way. There's some slots also in her shins, so that actually look like they might match up better than the ones we were trying to get to in her calves. So that kind of matches that. Now we've got all this kind of junk in the trunk to take care of. It seems to be taking care of itself because it's just kind of folding round Um, One those arms round. We think. The problem is because we're going to say it again. This is a very small figure, and it's very detailed, but it does mean that once you've clicked tabs into place, because we're only dealing with a small amount of plastic, some of it means that the tabs end up being a little bit more shallow than you want them to be, so things do not tend to want to stay in place. So when you click things in, other things click out. So now we just need to kind of decide what we're doing with these arms. Might be one of these. Yeah. Let's get these arms into one of those lazy arms situations where they just hang out at the back of the alt mode. But I'll tell you what, the sturdiest tabs on this thing, because everything else wants to try and be tabbed back in again now. That's very frustrating. There we go. This is Arcee's Cybertronian bike mode. Where's the guns? Right, so we can just we pop these in here. You can be exhaust or something, and it won't be as bad. Yeah. Yep. It's pretty cool and spacey looking, but it's, again, there's the tabs here aren't tabbed in properly because they're so shallow. And there's not a lot to work with. But it looks pretty cool. I like that. I think this is another one where they've just kind of made it up, because there wasn't really any official artwork for the movie of actually how these designs looked in an alt mode, which is kind of worrying. You'd think if you were designing Transformers, you'd actually, you know, do some designing for an alt mode. But there you go, there you have it. It's got all the right kind of Arcee cues, but just a completely different thing than what we're used to with these two big conjoined kind of space wheels. There's a couple of tiny wheels at the side, so it's a bike car thing conglomeration. I do dig it. I think it's a great figure, but the more we're kind of exploring things at this price point and the way they're going, the more I was kind of back on board with Hasbro Transformers, and I think they're starting to push me away again. It's a shame because they're producing nice stuff, but it's that bit where they're kind of starting to encroach on, the price is getting, the price is increased anymore, and I know the way, I understand the way the world works, but the way, the figures are increasing in price more than my wages are for a start, and I'd much rather save the money and get a bigger, fancier figure that's going to have more of an impact than keep buying this stuff that doesn't really serve much of a purpose, because it doesn't even, most of this stuff doesn't go on display or anything like that. It's just for my own personal enjoyment and for yours, of just kind of playing around with a Transformer for a bit. So yeah, anyway, be excellent to each other, party on, dudes, and treat yourself. Press one of these buttons on the YouTube channel, see what it does. And also, let's give each other a good old fist bump across time and space. Bestow! Bestow!